Big job going at Rio.
Not just a big job, it's the job. Chief Executive Jakob Storsum is leaving the company, and the suddenness of his departure has tongues wagging about whether it was his call to go.
I quit.
Or the Rio board Jerry Maguired him.
Came here to let you go.
Rio's big kahuna's been there, 4 years?
Close.
I've just passed 5 years being in mining and being in Rio Tinto.
When Jakob took the job, there was really only one thing on his to-do list. Dealing with the fallout from the Juukan Gorge disaster, which saw Rio destroy ancient Aboriginal shelters in a blasting program, took longer than expected, because there was a lot of fallout. Rio wanted to bleach that event from history and so got rid of anyone who was within a long-distance phone call of the crime.
It's always better with no witnesses.
Jakob was the perfect choice at the time, an affable Danish guy to replace the foppish and effortlessly punchable Frenchman Jean-Sébastien Jacques. Rio recovered from Juukan and things were going swimmingly courtesy of an iron ore price that did this, but Jakob soon had the board reaching for the Mylanta courtesy of two very big calls. The first was signing off on Rio's $10 billion investment in the giant Simandou iron ore mine in Guinea, a country whose rulers have arbitrarily cancelled 50 mining licences just this month alone, but which Jakob reckoned presented no undue sovereign risk because he had the Guinean government and China as joint venture partners.
You look sceptical about that.
I am, because Rio's in a devil's threesome with whatever military junta ends up running Guinea in 5 years, and Xi Jinping, who could decide to take over the whole thing just because he can.
Okay, what's the second thing?
Jakob took a $20 billion punt on lithium, a commodity eschewed by other Tier 1 miners and whose value has been in the toilet ever since the world realised electric cars are actually a bit of a pain in the arse.
Yeah, well, no risk, no reward.
And the board signed off on those big decisions, so they went into this with their eyes open. Word is Jakob was put under the pump by Rio chairman Dominic Barton. The Canadian wanted the Dane to get a handle on operations, which is code for cutting costs, because BHP had quietly become the cheapest producer in the Pilbara.
Okay, so who's in line for Jakob's job?
Analysts have Rio's Chief Commercial Officer, Bold Batar, as one of the internal frontrunners for the top job. Other internal candidates include Sinead Kaufman, who oversees the broadly termed Minerals Division, and Copper Chief Executive Katie Jackson. There are a lot of external candidates, but if Rio looks outside the tent, it'll be competing with BHP for talent because the big Australian is rumoured to be hunting for a new chief executive to succeed Mike Henry.
Who do you think should get the job?
Simon Trott.
Oh.
He's the head of the company's iron ore portfolio. Rio talks about how it's a transnational miner with interests around the world, and that's true, but even though its global headquarters are in London's ever so posh St James Square, and its Australian headquarters are in Melbourne's ever so wankerish Collins Street, boil this business down and you'll find it's a dirty and dusty old West Australian iron ore company. Take West Australian Iron Ore out of Rio and the company wouldn't be in the ASX top 20. It probably wouldn't be in the top 200. It'd be a penny dreadful being punted by spivs in West Perth.
Hey! Who wants to get rich today?
So to me, it makes sense that a West Australian iron ore company, and that's what Rio is, should be run by a West Australian iron ore executive who lives in the same time zone as his business's most important customer.
China.
I'm Ben Harvey.
Controversial.